everybody, and welcome to round 2 front 9 coverage of the late autumn disc. Yes, golf and glorious activities. You are watching the revised version of this with some updated graphics and some more accurate scoring. I am one of your hosts, Julian Murphy.
And I'm Justin Murphy. Got a lot of good sponsors for this tournament, Julian. Centennial Park Disc Golf Course, obviously, which is where it's played. Top link, Ryan Clare. You can go at find him online.com. Dynamic Innova, Thomas Gilbert, a personal sponsor for this. That's great. Margaritaville University, Toronto Disc Golf Club. So we're back here, Julian, for the final round of the Lady Gaga tournament with a stacked feature card. Stacked lead card.
Yeah.
Not featuring Thomas Gilbert or Chris Oslins.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And big shout out also to Demented Disc Golf, Linda Heaslip Photography and Design. I hope I've been pronouncing that right. And the last one was, did you see what the last one was?
Disclab.com.
Disclab.com. There we are. Look at that. Get off my back, you silly scoundrel.
I'm Justin, when you're allowed to be close to your brother. And that's Julian beside me, who's the brains of the operation. And that's James throwing and Greg. So we're going to go through some B-roll here, getting you guys warmed up for this feature card. Again, lead card, not feature. I'm a little rusty here.
No, that's all right. And looking at this, we've got Greg Grootenboer. He is leading us going into the final round. He's at 6 down, and what a nice slow turn for him. Hi there.
Yes, handsome young man. James Duong from Brampton, Ontario, which is probably pretty close to this course. I think his home course is White Spruce, but he'll play here often. He is in second place, one shot behind Greg at 5 down, Julian. Great forehand from him.
And hi, Derek. What are you doing coming up that elevator? 4 down. He had a great front round. First round. Yes. We didn't see it. Here I am. What are you guys doing? Cam Zanini with the royal flush and the Captain Jack Sparrow facial hair. Love it.
Looking good. Love that too, Julian.
Yeah, big time. He's looking great for Movember, which is when this was filmed.
Obviously, I think it was Justin in the first round had a aggressive stash. Yeah.
So here we go. We're going right into round 2, and this one is going to be if the short tee is available and the basket position is changed to a longer basket position, I believe, right?
Yes, we are now doing long tees, short basket.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. For I think 16 of the holes, and then 2 of them were a shared tee pad.
Gotcha.
Actually, a couple of them were shared, but they didn't move baskets whatsoever. So this will be a 328-foot shot across the pond. You got an elevated basket now.
How can you throw across the Atlantic?
Is that what you say when
you're
you're
saying across the pond?
Is that like a terminology for the Atlantic Ocean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't. So I don't think anyone could.
Maybe
but if anyone could, it might be this guy.
Maybe if you throw it in the ocean currents, kind of carry the disc.
Hold on, Julian.
Get it. Ah! Who made Greg Grootenboer a star? Shout out to Amanda Morrison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we better get a true tracker on this.
He had to run downhill. Looks like a downhill.
Unless
he knew it was almost in.
Like
wow.
3 inches higher, and you would have had the first True North filmed ace.
Correct. We saw Hendel close before. Another angle. There's a lot of angles. This is great. Nepad to going in. That's too bad. But Greg's starting off exactly how he ended off the round 1, and that is with very well. It appears to be a tap-in birdie. Let's see if James
throwing his Innova blurred out name disc.
Yeah, good call.
Oh, just get rid of that blurry part so we can see what it is. Still not 100%. I wonder if that's why they do green screen with how hard that's showing up on camera.
No kidding. And this is going to have to get lucky here and sit. Oh, that's OB. And yeah, that's tough for James.
Yeah, tough way to start
the round.
Hopefully
he can get that disc back. Yeah, it's very black water there, and actually maybe it was frozen at that point, Julian. Who knows?
And this is a great lefty hole for Derek Jones. I forgot we have a lefty on the card, so we're gonna have to start.
It's gonna mess with our hold. What should we call it?
Mentioning him and his wrong-handedness.
Can't make fun of that anymore. He's too good of a disc golfer, and this is ripped. And this looks like a putter.
Settle.
Like that fly, Julian, would that not fly like a putter to you? P2 maybe?
It's something. Probably. With the way that flew, yeah.
That was a very accurate shot from Derek, and we're going to get another true tracker, and why wouldn't you?
Two very different lines.
Yeah, lefty and righty line. This is dead straight. Like, that's a putter all day long, is it not? Wow.
Jeez.
Great touch. And those two guys are going to have birds, and After the unfortunate water hazard shot by James, and Cam rounding out our lead card in this final round here with a Shark 3. Or
There's
Shark.
just one.
One Shark.
Disc.
And that might also get out of bounds. Hopefully he gets lucky. And that appears to be lucky.
Yeah.
And he might be able to pitch over for his par. Maybe even have a look. I mean, I guess if you play disc golf with your eyes open, you always have a look.
Yeah, that's a very good call.
Like, I mean, so it looks like there's a DZ at James's feet there in red spray paint, which obviously stands for disc zone. Or wait, what did I say?
Dynamic Zanini.
Oh, Duong Zanini.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
But Zanini was safe, so I think they mislabeled that.
Oh, good call. We'll have to fix that. And a Mando tree? Anyway.
That tree is
I'll
out
go
of
in.
bounds.
And that's that AVR driver Cam throws, I believe, and that was a great upshot.
Yeah. And don't fall in, please, James.
Yeah. There's his disc right there. You can see it. So he will get that back, fortunately. And it looks like he's playing, whatchamacallit, Julian? He threw from the drop zone and from where his disc went out. So he's playing a
Provisional.
provisional
Yep.
shot because maybe the rules weren't clear for them. So that would be a bogey from the drop zone. As Derek has a tap in for a 2, pretty much. No, maybe C1X patter.
In regardless.
Yeah, good call. The customary basket tap from DJ. And
JD.
another 4, so I guess it won't matter.
I think James Duong is actually Derek Jones' mortal enemy because one's DJ and one's JD.
Good call. And one throws the wrong hand and one doesn't.
And that's it.
So weird that James throws with his right hand. All right, Greg taps in his birdie.
Yeah, man.
And he loves it. Why wouldn't you?
Hey, do you see me? I almost aced it. I'm
So-
Greg. Apparently he's from New York.
I mean, story checks out with the accent I heard. All right, a lot of unfortunate marks on this hole here.
Yeah, with that, actually, Derek Jones
wait,
takes
one
over second
unfortunate.
place.
Yes, he does.
From James Duong, and most players were par or better on that hole, with only 2 exceptions.
Wow.
James, unfortunately, being one of them. So
Tough for James. Tough start on the final round too. He
Yeah.
was right there in the mix, and still is. Lots of holes left, and this is a good forehand hole. So the play here actually might be smarter. I'm just thinking about it now. Would be a driver that kind of is a flip to flat along this hill and kind of finishes on a hyzer down toward this basket to the
Yeah.
right side of this spooky tree, or a big forehand on a flex line. They'd have to keep probably pretty low to get back. The danger here is on the left. If you release the hyzer line, if you release a little early, it'll hyzer into the water because that pond's still right there. So make sure you err on the right side of this fairway and have it kind of ride that hill all the way there. And this looks early, but if it's understable enough, which
just
it
gonna
is,
miss that tree.
Yep. So you can see here that the
Whoa.
water gets pretty in play.
Do you see that second disc
I
coming into
did.
play
So
there?
someone on hole 1 threw right towards. Wouldn't it be cool if they collided? Actually,
That would be.
kaleidoscope.
And made a super disc. Some sort of sonic sound from the hitting.
Derek, this might be a good lefty shot. Oh no, he's gonna have to get lucky here. Good kick. So that could have kicked left and gone completely in the water. So
Yeah.
not a bad kick. Derek probably wanted that a bit lower, but he should be able to get his par up and down from there.
And Zam Kanini
Yep.
throwing his Discmania Panini.
What would you be able to shoot on this course with just a panini? If
We
it
should
wasn't
ask-
wet, if it wasn't wet out.
We should ask Rhett and Link, the Good Mythical Morning guys.
Oh yes,
Because they
that's
did
right.
do that with something similar anyway.
You did.
I
Like,
think
was
a
it
panini would-
flatbread or something?
Yeah, it was a tortilla.
Tortilla.
I think a panini would fly better though, because it's a little bit
Thicker, yeah, maybe heavier.
But
As-
would it rip apart if it hits the basket?
Oh yeah, we rip part out of your hand. You have to have some touch on it. We've spent far too long talking about this as James throws the forehand, which looked pretty good. Just got elevation, kind of the elevation of that of the limb, I guess, or ceiling, I guess you would say if you're a proper talking person.
Words.
Words are hard. We missed Cam put one into circle 1-2 on a great shot.
And we have spectators here.
Yeah, I think they're actually playing.
Spectators who are also playing. I just saw a stroller, so I assumed, but should not assume. Because when you assume, you miss plays.
Correct.
James Duong here.
He's got a birdie look still too, and he's a great circle 2 putter. Putter. Put her in the basketer.
We're having a rough start to round 2
Oh
here,
man,
guys.
big time. Oh, good run.
Oh, man.
It's
Yeah.
like we've been in quarantine for a month.
No.
Nipa.
Greg Grootenboer?
Is this a birdie look? I think it is. That's right.
It's got to be. It's Greg.
Right. And air ball, but he'll have a par.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul there. And Cam with the only birdie look left.
Lick your fingers. Don't do that now, folks.
Yeah. I do that way too much when I'm playing, and I should actually spit on them so I don't lick whatever's like geese poo on my mouth.
Ew.
I know, it's gross. And he grip locked that.
No.
Tough one.
He just celebrates himself with a clap. You know what? You
God.
tried. You did well.
With a clap. The clap, sorry. Derek here, par. Because that's no way to celebrate, Julian.
No, absolutely not.
Nice putt from Derek.
They have medicine for that.
Yeah.
Derek Jones gets his par, taps the basket. James Duong pushes him over in anger because he's also having to take a par.
Yeah, that was James's anger smile, I believe. That is a pound bag too, by the way.
Yeah, look at it. It's the dark Canadian jersey.
Yeah.
Man. Unreal. All right. Cam Zanini taps his in. Greg Grootenboer taps his in. And spoiler alert, we actually knew what was going to happen here because every single player in the field parred this hole.
Huh. 11 players.
Par. Star par times 11 players.
The ratings, Julian. 981, 980, 981, and then 997 from the old boy.
Attaboy. But he's really not even that
No,
old.
I think he's like 40. He does play MP40. That's all we know.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So he's at least 40.
Or he's cheating. So, all pars, as Julian said, which brings us to hole 3. The tee pad moves back and to the right a little bit here, which opens up a straighter driver shot, about 364 feet, that has a very hard finish at the end to get toward this circle. Ceiling is still an issue, but only near the end of the flight. The beginning is a little more open. You just have to chew off some more distance than the short one. So whatever you can throw flat with some skip at the end to try and get towards the circle. And this is the tough one.
And a guy who likes tough holes and making them easy.
We're talking disc golf, right?
Greg Grootenboer.
Yep. Good shot. Oh, hit the tree. Tough one.
That disc's going to be all sappy now and emotional.
It was red.
Derek
Jones now. This shot. Maybe you get a roller, Julian? That's a tough shot for a lefty. Oh, nice and tight.
Come on. Now fade back.
That's about as good as you're going to do, I think, as a lefty. That's a great shot. I know maybe not exactly what he wanted, but that's pretty darn good.
And he'll have a bit of an Annie look or a low, like maybe a putt from a knee.
Mm-hmm.
Cam's Anini.
There's tournament director Kevin Sparkman in the Vert jacket back there. Vert being Spanish for gold. Cam, this is the gap you want to hit, and then hopefully it skips. Oh, yeah, great shot from Cam.
Yeah,
wow.
beautiful. So he has a look as
That's
well
where,
for Bird.
Justin was in the first round for his shot. He missed his putt, so hopefully Cam can not miss his putt. And James?
Now, is the line on the tee pad considered the edge of the tee pad, or is it just the edge of the asphalt?
I can't tell if it was like a bunch of scrap asphalt or what they did, but or maybe like just to say like this is the tee pad, like to finish it off. But they have a white square around every single one of them, I believe. Like the perimeter. Is that what you're talking about? Or is there
So
more?
there was a white line right at the front, and I've seen a few of the guys step over it, but I haven't seen a foot fault.
I would think that it has to be the edge of the asphalt, just for ease of calling that, right?
Okay, yeah.
Maybe, I don't. That's a good question.
Yeah, a little confusing for the viewers. I know I was asked that a couple of times.
And back to these tee pads. We haven't seen these tee pads this type before, and they're phenomenal. I threw off them a few times before, and they're asphalt. Oh, really expensive. Great run by James. But they are humongous. They're like 10 by 10 feet. You can pick several angles.
James Conrad approves.
James Conrad approved, and similar in design, only that you have a big circle area to run up as Fountain Hills. They have circular concrete pads there.
Okay.
Derek from 50. Not a bad run. Wow, that was a good look.
And it comes back,
I would say
too.
no one birdied this hole. There's no way. That was probably our only good chance, right?
Yeah, the tree gives him a little bit of lefty love and rolls the disc back towards the basket. There was one birdie on this hole.
There was a birdie.
Yeah. And spoiler alert.
Has Cam putt yet? We don't want to spoil it because Cam has a birdie putt. Nice save from
It's
Greg.
not this one because that's a par save.
Yep, that was a good putt from Greg. If you're not going to make your birdie, you got to make those par putts, even if they are 30 feet with a bush in your feet. You got to do it.
Gets the replay.
Never a doubt, dead center. The patented wobble from Greg Grootenboer, which
It works.
telling you, it's not a bad thing. And now James for par. after running his upshot for a bird, and he's left with this 28-footer on a really weird-looking tree.
Oh, no.
Tough. Off the bin.
Yes.
He's going to have to settle for another bogey as James has dropped another stroke now. And
Oh,
Cam
shoot.
with a circle 1 birdie putt.
And airballs it to the right as
So it
Thomas
wasn't-
Gilbert was the only
Okay, it
birdie
was
on the
Thomas.
field
Wow.
on this hole. So
Thomas looking to answer that first round that he probably wasn't too happy with as Cam comes back for a par great putt. And it sounds like he might be trying to make a push from Chase, Julian.
we'll have to see once we get to the end results. But you'll have to stick around to find out, unless you watch the unrevised version of this coverage.
And then you know.
Then you have the answer.
Either way,
Good sportsmanship, fellas.
yeah, these guys are all buddies too. They play together a lot. Not a huge MPO field in this area, so you get the chance to play with a lot of the same guys, which is great. Builds up, healthy battles and friendships, and what's the word I'm looking for? Rivalries, camaraderie, friendly rivalries. So James with the only bogey and the rest pars, which doesn't sound to be that terrible on that hole, Julian.
Yeah, now
Thomas
James,
with the only bird.
James is now tied with Cam Zanini on this one, who came in
Oh, wow.
fourth. Derek Jones still in second place, we assume, depending on what's happening on the chase card.
Yeah, this hole, I'm trying to think here. Oh, okay. So the tee pad's the same, but the basket used to be back on the hole by that white sign, and now it's sitting on this hill. So it's about, well, let's see here, math. It's 160 feet shorter, so a little forehand's going to get you there, or a turnover putter.
Yeah, and this is the second
Well, there's
easiest
a long
hole.
tee pad. It's only about 30 feet back, though.
Second easiest hole on the round. Do you see what I mean about the,
Yes,
the
I do
white
now.
paint?
Yeah, I'd say the end of the pad personally, but that's a good question. Second easiest, you said?
Yeah, second easiest hole. Averaging third of a stroke under.
Right. And this plays right into Derek's game. Little putter will get you there from 250 feet. Have it finish.
He's throwing a destroyer. Just kidding.
Well, it really didn't fly like one. Great shot from Derek. He's got about 18 feet left for a bird. And this is a pretty simple one. So if you got a forehand as a righty, this should be a pretty simple call for you off the tee. MD 5, maybe 4.
No, it's got the end of a Protostar stamp.
Yes, it does. That might be his rat. Oh wow, that's nice. Sit. Nice.
It listened to you.
Cam got about 22 feet left for his bird, and someone we all know has a good forehand.
Look at that spectator in the background, just excited to be watching disc golf and doing nothing else.
Too bad it's on a leash. All right. Oh no.
Oh no, James. And that is not what we're used to seeing from James Duong.
No, and I think he might be a little rattled. His start has not what he's been looking for here
No.
on the as a start for a final round of a tournament.
not at all.
Especially after coming out firing in the first round. James from about 75 feet, and you can't really do much from there with that hill behind it. You just lay up and take your par.
Yeah, I got it close at least, though.
There wouldn't be too many bogeys on this hole. So, we'll have to see what these guys do. Death putt for Greg, and what is going on? Woo!
He is destroying this course.
Yeah, the putting today has just been lights out for him.
Jeez.
Unbelievable. That like this, if this misses this, he's got 23 feet at least up a hill.
Just wobbled all the
It would've-
way
yeah, would've
right
stood
into the
up
basket.
right in the middle, from about 43 feet. That's a spirited effort from that young man. Waves to the dog. Wow, just a gentleman. Now Cam's got to answer too here if he wants to keep pace with that guy.
Oh, no.
He farted.
He's also not having the start that he wanted.
No. That's
Waves the
tough.
scent
Cam,
away.
we all know Cam doesn't miss those, so.
And somebody else who doesn't miss putts
Yeah.
is Derek Jones. Getting his bird. Well played hole.
No kidding.
James Duong cleans up his par.
You've been following, I don't, just popped into my head. Have you been watching, or are you a part of that Facebook group, the Pandemic Padding Challenge?
I'm a part of it. I haven't watched very many of them, though.
It's pretty cool. It's a very, like it started out with 400 members, I think, and now it's like 3,500 or something. I saw Eric Oakley doing it yesterday.
Holy
All
cow.
started by local player Craig and Jen Snow and Dead Man Discs.
Oh, really?
DW Dave. Yeah. They
That's
started.
amazing.
Yeah. Pretty cool. And I thought of that because you said Derek doesn't miss.
Yeah.
And I saw him, I think he did like 3 and missed, or
Oh,
2
no.
maybe. Yeah, and I just thought to myself, it must be more nerve-wracking then. Like with, you have one chance, you're live.
Right.
So anyway, it's a pretty cool thing that's going on in the world right now is Derek gets a birdie and so does Greg with that death putt.
Yeah.
And then 2 pars from the other gents.
Well, that's very cool. I didn't realize
it's
that.
a really cool thing. It's just blown up. And like I say, you see some pros doing it now. And I saw Eric McCabe.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So, hole 5 here. 400.
Yeah, sorry, I got lost in thought there.
469. Me too. That was like a complete tangent. And there again, guys, is where the basket's going to be. We saw Thomas from the short tee pad put himself in circle 1 with a Firebird. Let's see if these guys, I don't know how it's a par 3.
Yeah, and
it's
this
470 feet around the corner.
This layout, this hole and the next 2 are the hardest holes.
Yeah, it's just all distance. There's no, 469 is definitely a far shot, but a couple of these guys might be able to get close. With the shape of this shot, it's almost impossible, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So you might see another roller from James because that might be the way to get down there. And Derek's got a big Anheuser game, so.
That's such a tough shot for a lefty, though.
Especially with the OB, if he doesn't commit to that. There's OB on that path
and
on the right.
You have to go over that tall tree as well,
Oh, that's a great shot.
Unreal, but he's still 130 feet away.
Yeah, got a bit of a backstop for a downhill run, so that's cool. But yeah, like I say, that's not, in my opinion, a birdie look. That's not an easy birdie look on a par 3, so. And that'll probably be one of the best drives you'll see on this.
Yeah, you'd have to have, for a lefty, you'd have to have an Eagle McMahon type forehand or something like that.
It's a pro tour par 3, 100%.
Yeah.
And Cam gets a big windup.
Oh,
that missed that tree. That's going to be pretty good.
Oh, it's in this tree.
Okay, but still, 140 feet with a tree. So
Jeez.
I think at the end we'll have to discuss the stats on this hole and see if there's anyone got a 2 on this, because that'd be a really hard shot. James looks to be going with that roller again, I bet. Same disc. Miss it.
Oh, no. Tough one. He's going to have a really, really tough look even for par at this point.
No kidding.
Is he
going to do it again?
I think he might.
Wow.
Yeah, he's lining it up again.
Same disc.
Come on.
Stand up.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, do discs talk?
Yes.
Or no, James's do.
No, just James.
So he's got an obstructed par putt from outside circle 1.
But really, a forehand roller like that? Unreal.
Yeah, good job.
Greg Grootenboer. So shouting his name.
See the guy that's in short circuit?
No, that was Johnny 5.
Right.
Alive.
I meant the actor.
I had the same.
Oh,
No, it was a robot.
Ali Sheedy.
Ali Sheedy.
Yeah.
Was she the one?
Yeah.
Nice. Shout out to the 80s.
Shout out to the actual answer, Steve Gutenberg.
A star.
Cam Zanini. Anheuser. This looks like a great shot, is what I would say if it didn't sail too far to the left. 43 feet left for his par. And this hole. Whew,
Jeez. The confidence
Well
that you
said,
say
Julian.
43 feet.
oh, you have to. Then everyone just believes it. And this is that run I was telling you about that he could do, right? Good shot.
Keeps it close though. He don't want to end up too far past the basket.
I like that the only thing you can see and every screen is Derek's bag, how bright it is.
Oh yeah.
I got a pound bag, but it's not flashy like that, and it's coming in the mail, as I've mentioned 43 times, because I'm excited about it. Oh! And
I think it matches your outfit from round 1 as well.
my outfit or Justin's?
Right.
Right.
Cam Zanini. No, we already spoiled it.
Oh, yeah, right. Everyone knows.
If you haven't watched this, go back to round 1.
Yeah, it was me playing. Cam for a par, and oh, goodness. Sit now.
Oh, shoot. Bye.
Jeez, it's really not wanting to sit.
Oh
I
my
thought it was going
goodness.
to sit
I
vertically.
thought it was going to roll back to the basket up the hill.
Just kidding. I'm going back up. All right. Bogey putt. That's no easy putt.
No easy putt at all. No.
Except if you're Cam. Oh my gosh, it went through, and he's like, what do I have to do to just get these things to sit and go in? And now James for a bogey. Yes, he was in the tree and missed that par putt, so hopefully he can convert. Because he's really kind of struggling here. Get off the struggle bus. Hashtag Brody Smith taught me that. Whew.
Just squeaks it over the cage. But that's a great par save after his drive. That was not a par save. That was a great bogey save after his drive. And
I think at that distance, it 100% is a save, especially with what you're saying off the tee.
bad
because
tee
it could
shot.
get worse.
Then he had the unfortunate landing or unfortunate lie of his forehand roller.
Yeah, twice. All right.
Let's just move on to the next hole, says
I think we
James.
had
That hole was terrible.
With 2 bogeys and 2 pars, I believe.
And not a single birdie in the entire field. So that's how hard that is.
Wow.
Averaging
I shouldn't say wow. That's not surprising.
a little over a half stroke over par. So yeah, that's 2 bogeys and 2 pars is a very common score on that hole. That leads us into hole 6, which is the only par 4. Is it a par 4 in this round as well?
Yep. Because it's way longer and you're playing. So this is way more treacherous. You got to carry, well, depending on how aggressive you get. If you want to throw a safe hyzer to play for par, you don't need to carry about maybe 200 feet of OB to get there. But the more distance you want to chew off on the tee, the more you have to carry OB. Okay. Obviously. So basket's in the same spot.
Is this the tall one as well?
Nope. Tall one's next one. Good call. This one you got to throw a big shot over the water and carry it, like I said, as straight and as far as you can. Or bail out early. And this looks like a medium run. So kind of, throw it out about 300 feet over the water and come back and put it in the middle. It's a good shot.
Yeah. And
you still have kind of a play there, sorry, Julian, to the basket. It's just quite a ways up, and it's a treacherous green, as we saw before. But big thank you to the spotters, were you going to say?
To the spotter, yeah.
Yeah.
For all the work they always put in.
Lefty. Can you imagine? Wow, that is such a great angle.
Good rip. Looks like I thought you slipped.
Oh my gosh, that is absolutely hammered.
Beautiful.
Can you imagine trying to throw over the water on that shape as a lefty? Like, if you miss that Anheuser line at all, it's back in the water.
I don't like throwing over water at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And shout out to Justin from the first round in the background there.
I see him there with Casey Forbes.
Yeah, it looks like he's standing next to Casey 10K.
Yeah, and Vern Lapine, and this is not coming back.
Oh.
I think he might get the disc back, but he's definitely out of bounds. And see if he's going to get aggressive or just play a safe spike hyzer. And that's the safe spike hyzer.
Yeah,
so,
and still pretty good distance, but he's going to be pretty far from the basket.
Yeah, it's hard to access that at this point, the green, because of the distance. And remember, it definitely tapers down to a 25-foot wide peninsula.
Yeah.
And this is the drop zone. It is the short tee pad, and Cam kind of burned that one a bit into the ground.
It's not.
So that's not at all what he was looking for.
Yeah, he's having a tough start to the round as well. So him and James...
James threw a ridiculous upshot last time on this hole, but he looks to be about 100 feet farther this time.
Just trust that forehand so much.
Good line. Might be a bit short, but it's a great line. There's Tommy G. Uwe Thomas.
The tomahawk?
And, tomahawk. And a 50-footer. 75-foot feeder. Feeder?
Footer.
Right.
Footer? Footer.
75-footer for James. And now Cam's going to try and do the same thing, who also has a good forehand, and this might be too stable. Nope. Good shot. I bet you his heart skipped a couple beats there when he released that. I think that's a max he throws.
Okay. Lime green one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's like, I don't want to be on camera. Also, thank you for spotting, lady.
You're welcome. She has the same voice as the disc. Last hole.
What's Greg? He's getting aggressive here. Out over the water.
Oh, man. Yeah,
This has the distance. Oh, this might actually finish out of bounds. Oh, gosh, he got lucky.
Settle down just before the path.
When it's your day, it's your day. That's, just happened to bite in for him. And Derek, after a monster drive, has this putter up shot.
Jeez.
Maybe mid? Actually, that's a mid flight. And he's a bit pinched, but probably in circle one.
All right, Cam Zanini looking to save his bogey at this point.
And what do you got? 47 feet here. And that's going to hyzer out a bit early. Good run. He's got about 11 feet back for his bogey. He went out of bounds.
Double? I think it might be a double because he had that missed up shot too.
Oh, yeah,
from the
right.
drop zone.
Jeez. It's getting out of control for Cam. Now James to strike twice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just murders that flagpole.
Yeah.
With absolute savagery.
Shout out to the original commentary for this. Now here we go. Greg!
Sit down. Okay, that's all right.
So this hole's probably not birdied too often, but I think Derek's got a look here for once. So he's in the circle too. He could get this birdie here.
Yeah, tough footing though. And kneeing.
Oh, good line. Just couldn't get it
Darn
quite
it.
up because of that low-hanging branch there in that bush.
So no more birdie looks on this card, but big shout out to...
oh, gosh. He just missed a 10-footer.
Crap. Sorry, I talked through that. That was my bad.
Wow. I think Casey 10K got it, right?
Casey 10K got it. Justin, 89K, got it. And Chris Brown, the one you're thinking of
Yes.
from the Ice Bowl coverage.
Because now you know who he is.
He also got it. So that was 3
Shout
birdies
out
on his
to
hole.
Casey, Justin, and Chris. Good birdies.
And Oz looks like he had a pretty tough time with
He had
this
a
one.
9.
Yeah, bringing
Yeah,
the
I
average
remember
up. Yeah.
When I was making the stats, that's tough. And you can see how it could happen, though.
Oh, yeah. So much OB all around the basket, all
Yeah.
over everything. So,
No
Eek. Triple bogey from Cam Zanini after the unfortunate first drive and that unfortunate last putt miss. He is kind of out of this now at this point, I would say.
Yeah.
Being 10 strokes back of Greg Grootenboer with 12 holes to go. So,
Anything can happen, but I think I agree with you.
sorry, 13 holes to go.
Whatever. Math is math. It doesn't matter.
So that
Hardest
brings
hole,
us to
probably?
hole 7. This is the hardest hole. So after the third hardest, second hardest, we are now at the hardest hole. This one is 414 feet. It's a par 4. It also has that elevated basket. All that stuff on the right there is out of bounds. The trathway, the trail pathway on the left is out of bounds.
Thank you.
And the basket is going to be right there,
It's very high.
but taller.
Yeah. So the play here, if you go out of bounds, by the way, the short tee is the drop zone. The play is to hang it way out over the water as long as you can and then finish back. You can get as aggressive as you want, similar to the last drive, or not aggressive like this, and just leave yourself a simple upshot.
But it's not a very big landing zone. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
good
pretty
size,
big.
I guess.
It's pretty, it definitely does look smaller on camera. I've heard people tell me that who actually have played this course. Now, Derek, another tough lefty drive.
Oh man, but he has the power. He could get close. If he,
It's
if
going to
he,
go out of bounds.
Where is it? There it
Right
is.
there.
Oh no.
That's gone.
Shoot.
He's going to be shooting from that short tee pad, shooting 3 there. That's tough. That's a hard lefty shot, though. Like
Yeah, it is. You have to carry the whole way basically out of bounds.
Yeah. And actually, probably a good thing that it's the short pad as the drop zone, because you might have to take it way back. And James also playing the safe play here just to kind of collect his par, hopefully. And that'll leave Greg and James very simple upshots to a difficult putt.
Yeah, and what's Cam doing here? He is lining
Looking to
up
answer,
backhand.
Julian. Looking to answer as they're checking the scores behind him. And Cam has the distance to get there, but it's a tough shot. Oh, and he's gone really aggressive with this.
Yeah, that's the aggressive line.
Get over that stuff, and it's perfect.
Oh, come on.
That is a great
Nice
shot. You can hear the
shot.
guys in the background love that. That's a ridiculously good shot. All of 400 feet over the water, and Cam with a great shot. Let's get a tracker here.
Please. Oh man. Just carries out of bounds the whole
Wow.
way and puts it in the circle.
I was speechless there, which doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't.
Shout out to talking. Derek now from that short tee pad drop zone we were talking about, and hopefully this is good. Might have a circle's edge putt there. Yep. That's tough on that elevated basket. I'd almost lay up from there and just take my double.
I know the layup's almost worse though, because then you got to putt straight up.
True. And a safe spike hyzer from James. Whew. Biting in. Yeah, he's got about 23 feet left. Good shot with that harp there. Shout out to Musical Instruments. Next will be Greg.
With the oboe.
Yep. That's the
Oh, sorry.
That's the
That
musical
was
instrument.
OB. That was Derek Jones at the beginning. My mistake. I read that wrong. All of this is scripted if you can't tell. We are reading off a teleprompter,
Yep.
which is in our heads.
Also, again, thanks to our sponsor, Top Link Disc Golf with Ryan Clarinet.
Oh, nice one. That
Thank
was
you.
good. That was good.
Thank you. It's actually Ryan Clare.
Thanks.
Yeah. Derek now. This is and his putting style, he really hammers it, so that's going to be
no.
really far and maybe out of bounds.
Whew.
Jeez.
Checked up nicely just before the OB line.
He is going to have to putt
The elbow
directly
line.
again. The oboe line. And
It's such a tough
I've done
putt.
this before, guys. When you have to putt 2-3 times in a row, it sucks.
Oh, no.
And that's probably him again.
And there's Jeff.
Oh, no. And Derek's all but taking himself out of this conversation for now.
Should we stop talking about him then?
Jeez. Right, sorry.
There we go. Oh, no. That's definitely not what you want to do, especially after your drive goes OB.
Yeah. Man, that was tough.
But, you know, it can happen. On a basket that's that high,
Julian, a birdie look here. Oh.
that's got to be the only birdie.
Yes, it is.
That is the only birdie on the hardest hole that measures almost a full stroke over par. And
Good basket hit.
I got to stop talking through these guys' putts. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Julian.
Well, thank you very much. He's Elvis.
Thank you. That's where he went.
Thank you very much.
Jimmy D.
No.
Oh gosh, he knew right out of his hand.
This basket is the worst basket apparently because of
come on.
this.
Look at it, it's hard. Unless you're like 6'10".
No, it's a great basket, but it's just a lot higher than average baskets.
I mean, the hole itself's pretty hard as it is.
Yeah, you don't really need
No.
the.
I mean, but it's awesome. Whenever you come up with something like this that you never, or I guess rarely practice, it's always cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Unique things like this, like let's say someone says to you like, oh, remember the Etobicoke course? You're like, oh yeah, tall basket. It just, pops into your head.
There's one at Paris that's.
Yes.
I think we talked about this.
We'll have to get out there and do some footage.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I think so.
When this
When it all
pandemic blows over.
Hopefully. So we had 2 bogeys
we're all
there
dead.
from Greg Grootenboer and James Duong. Yeah. A triple bogey, unfortunately, from Derek Jones, and the rare birdie from Cam Zanini. Not that birdies for him are rare, but birdies on that hole are really rare. So,
Yep, I'd say only one person got it, and it was him.
Yep, absolutely. And we're going into hole 8. This is a par 3. It's a long one, 438 feet.
Fourth hardest.
But yeah, you know what?
It was harder in short position though.
Okay,
round
so
one.
what's the difference here between shorts
The
and
basket's
longs?
120 feet closer. Same tee box, I believe, or similar.
Okay.
I can't see if it's. I don't remember the tee pad changing too much. If it did, it wasn't. It wasn't much of a change.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the basket being way closer in that gap down there. Yeah. So there is a long tee pad, and there's the short right there. So maybe 80 feet back, but the basket moves about 130 feet closer, and he's probably in circle 1.
Oh yeah, great drive.
So that was kind of the prime landing zone in round 1, but then you'd have an 140 foot upshot. So
Yeah, and Cam Zanini is really answering that.
he is.
Bad
That's a
hole
great call,
nicely.
Julian. And directly after it too.
Yeah.
On the hardest hole. This looks like a good shape if it doesn't stable out too early. Oh, good shot.
Beautiful.
Circle 1, look for Greg. That's a great shot.
It's been a spicy round for you, man.
Still the 4th hardest hole, so these guys are making it look pretty sedimentary?
Oh no, it's right in the middle.
Rudimentary. Hole, which one are we on?
We're on hole 8.
11th. Spoiler alert for next hole. And James is down there, but an uphill 60-footer is...
He's got a weeping
With a
putt
weeping-
through that willow.
Yeah, with a weeping willow in the way.
That was good alliteration. Weeping willow in the way. And
Yeah,
more
good call.
dogs watching the sport of disc golf, just enjoying the
They're probably
throws.
just like, when can I lay my teeth into one of these? And that is pumped. That would have been good in the last round.
Yeah, that was crushed. Probably thought the basket was there still.
Derek will always give these good runs.
From picnic area 7.
Go in! Oh, he threw it!
Through the basket, runs it halfway out.
Shout out to me actually knowing that happened and remembering it and my acting skills.
Really?
Yep, 100%.
Not
Right
bad.
through it.
I had no idea.
Oh my gosh, and it didn't sit and just...
That was he puts a lot of force on those putts.
He does, but that's the sign of a confident putter who's
big time.
a good player, even if they're a lefty.
Shout out to Sean
James.
Coker with forceful putts.
Yeah, good call. Speaking of forceful putts, James is no slouch either. He runs things hard and puts them in.
Oh baby,
Great
what a putt! Great circle 2 putt.
He just showed Derek. He's like, by the way, this is how we do it.
This is how he does it.
Shout out to Montel Jordan and 1990s rep. As we get a huge birdie putt.
Oh wow.
Great shot, James. Needs that one. Chugging, pulling the chute there. This thing. Yeah, whatever that's called.
It looks like you're using a shake weight.
Okay, using a shake weight. He's so happy. And now Greg, too, also for a birdie look. And the flag is rippling, Julian. Shout out to my brother.
Hello. Oh no.
Oh, he looked at his hands again. Whatever, Greg.
Yeah, good comebacker.
Tough
And I
birdie look.
think we haven't seen Zanini yet, have we?
Oh, no, he was parked. He was like 7 feet, wasn't
Yeah.
he, or something?
He
hit
was
that
that yellow
tree
disc,
right
yeah.
here, yeah.
Ooh.
Goodness. That's in. Doesn't matter. If that putt was 2 feet longer, he would have missed it.
Yeah, great bird. Way to get back under par.
Greg Greatbird. Greg Greatenbird.
Great in par.
Greg Greatenpar.
And Cam Bernini
Perfect.
and James Duong, also with a birdie.
And Derek straight through the chain Jones. Didn't work.
Oh, that was good.
No, it didn't.
The putt was derelict. I got nothing. 2 pars, 2 birdies though. So James Duong is having a rough round, but at least he's back under par on the event.
It's a good birdie to get and a great putt.
Yeah, as we head into hole 9, this is, spoiler from last hole,
the fourth hardest.
The fourth hardest hole. 460 feet. It is a long forehand or a turnover backhand. Most guys are just going to be playing it to a safe zone in the middle and then laying up to try and take an easy par.
The forehand here would be Eagle McMahon and Tristan Tanner, and almost no one else.
Yeah,
that would get this. So
it is possible.
I don't know what Thomas.
So you're
Thomas,
saying there's a chance?
Yeah, unless they're playing in this tournament, which I think they'd be on this card if they were. And here we go, Cam first, and I basically want to keep it as long and straight as you can, and that's turning, and that is not straight, but it's long.
Is there OB on that side?
But he's across that little creek, so he might have to do a little hop, skip, and a jump to get to that basket.
So that might be the play. Interrupt the other players in the tournament, and then...
Excuse me, folks. Lead card coming through.
Can't you tell by our cameras?
Who's British on this card? James.
James Duong.
Yeah, forgot. Good shot from James. Tree kick, but still didn't take too much off it. And but you can see, Julian, he's got 100 feet still.
Yeah.
So 350, 360-foot drive will only get you an easy upshot. Greg going a little higher with this one. That's a good shot.
Unfortunately, clips that tree to stable it out a little earlier than he wants. But
yeah, that's a good line to the basket, though. And he's
still fine.
He's still, you still got a long ways to go there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very punishing hole for the fourth hardest, but I can't
imagine.
imagine.
How's the scoring average on it? This might be not good.
It's a quarter of a stroke over par, but
okay.
Not a lot of guys are going to birdie this,
right?
Yeah.
If you miss the fairway at all, you got these tough. I'm assuming they have big amounts of trees in their way. So
is that what a group of trees is called?
Big amounts?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm an arborist, so. Hi guys, we gotta cut those big amounts of trees down. Sure thing, boss.
That many? My goodness.
It could be 4 or 5, not 3 or 2 or 1 though. Anyway.
James Duong.
Nose up floater with a stable putter. Come on. Oh, it got knocked down.
Was a dangerous spot to throw that at with all those little limbs and twigs.
Big amounts of limbs and twigs there.
Oh, sorry, large amounts.
Big
amounts?
Yeah.
I already forgot.
I'm glad I'm important to you. Cam with a great upshot here. Parks it for a par. Good upshot. And that's not bad from where he was, Julian. Actually, it's great because now he's just got to pick up his disc pretty much and tap it in.
Yeah, and Derek Jones with a big amount of trees in his way.
Thank you.
Oh, no way. Finds the gap.
Hits the spider tree.
You know, he's still well inside circle 1 though.
Yeah. We don't see him straddle too much, so maybe that'll be cool. He has a little bit of a straddle for us to see, and James lining a forehand up for par. Hopefully his feet aren't too wet.
Good shot.
Yeah, he's gonna have to settle for a bogey on this one.
Yep. It's a heavy wind.
I'm just about to say something. I'm like, I'll leave it alone. And no straddle, so we still had a clean look. And tucks it home.
Nice cleanup.
Nice
Great.
par from Derek.
Yeah, great par save.
You know, his pants remind me of mod robes. Remember them?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. What was the point of them?
They were comfy.
Yeah, they were like an unlined, kind of like...
Were they like scrubs?
Yeah, they were like scrubs, exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't want no scrubs.
No, they're the kind of pants who don't get no love from me.
That's pretty good. That was a spirited effort. James for a bogey, unfortunately, and converts. I wonder if you can still get mod robes. Now I'm thinking about it. Derek's are much nicer. They're Under Armour, but mod robes were cool.
Yeah, they were.
I think
they were. Well,
I had them in high school, so you would have been probably like late grade school.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Cam with his par, so we had 1 bogey, Julian. And
1 bogey
pars.
on the card, 3 bogeys on the field, and everybody else got a par on that hole. So no birdies though. So that is our front 9 of round 2 of the late autumn disc Yes Golf and Glorious Activities tournament.
Well done.
The aptly named Lady Gaga tournament. Shout out to Kevin Sparkman.
Boom.
For I assume his love of Lady Gaga.
I think so.
Why else would you name the tournament that?
When he's on the tee, I know he's listening to Lady Gaga on his earpods sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah.
Nice. He keeps his poker face on as he TDs a tournament. We have a retail store, True North Disc Golf, 51 Woody at Drive, behind the Linden Park Mall in Brantford, Ontario. Across the road from that Linden Park Mall, just a big shout out to Fast Eddie's and their
there's
dill
a Fast
fries.
Eddie's there. And crazy fries.
So if you are ever in the area, holy cow.
Make it a date. Go grab some chili cheese fries.
Chili cheese.
Dill fries, Julian says, and they have cheeseburgers for like $1.
Yeah.
Maybe $1.20. I don't know what they were, but that's good. And the food is
Was it the K-mop? Ketchup, mustard, one pickle?
ketchup, mustard, one pickle is K-Mop, because I used to work there, and that's what our phrase we had to remember.
Yeah. So,
Anyway, back
go to Fast
disc golf.
Eddie's, go to True North Disc Golf, our store, pick up some discs. You'll have to give us a call just to check the hours and see if the availability.
For the burgers, right?
I know that we're all kind of going through a tough time right now and indoors, and that's you're kind of listening to us struggle with talking a little bit because this is probably the most we've spoken in month.
I've yelled at my kids, but I haven't spoken.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
a lot.
we're gonna finish up this tournament. We've got the back nine coming of round 2, and you will see that
Exciting conclusion.
exciting conclusion very shortly. Stick around.